Right, hello. I don't know why that was muted, but hello there. How's it going? Right. Thank you very much for telling me. Right, where was I? Happy Tuesday. I hope we're doing well. I was planning on painting some flesh today as well, but I don't think we'll be able to. We might be able to. There's one colour I have which might do the trick. But thank you very much for hollering at me. Hello, Icarus. Hello, Leroy. What's cracking? Hello. Don't forget to use your channel points if you are here on Twitch. On the community goal. If you're here on YouTube, there are no goals like that yet. I mean, I could put a goal in, but was that Super Chat? Is that what they are? I have no idea about any of these things, really. But I'll have a Super Chat goal there, just for the sake of it. Okay, so that's that. We've got YouTube, we've got Twitch. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. I did get all of them painted up with night blue last night, a little airbrushed. That colour is really thin. Very thin. Almost too thin. Like anorexic thin. Lots of mouth movement, no sounds. Yeah. That's how I roll. Lots of words, but no actions. Anyway, we're here. Wait for him to realize. Yeah, I know, Leroy, it's terrible. The thing is, I keep forgetting that I normally mute the microphone after the stream finishes, because I end up cursing because something's not happening correctly or I've pressed the wrong button. So I just like to hit the mute button to make sure all my sort of going rah isn't captured by the mic, and then I forget. Whole sea of blue. We do like flesh painting. Storm, how you doing, you saucy beast? Oh no. Some would say that's an upgrade. What's up, Reno? How you doing, you saucy rascal? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I have the rubber glove of doom on. Actually, night trial. I'm not sure what the difference is, but it is rubbery. I'm glad it's not latex, though. I'm glad it's not latex, because that is very unpleasant. So, turns out the paint I was wanting was Demon Warp, a color I don't have. Warp Fiend Grey. I have a color called Dusky Skin here, which might work. It might work. I'm not familiar with Warp Fiend Grey, but we're going to give it a go. Latex burns. Oh, does it? Well, does it? I think I do have like a latex. They certainly feel thicker. As someone who works in healthcare, night trial is preferable. I know. I have zero experience. Latex allergy. Yeah, well. Anyway, so this is what I have. I have the gloves of doom. You're in an advert. God damn it. We're painting Genestealers from Space Hulk. They have been hosed down with night blue. We're going to see if we can make... I don't know if we're going to get around to the skin painting. We might demo. We'll see if we can attempt to do... We'll see if we can get one done using this paint for the skin. It might be a disaster what I want to do, but it might be a great success. So we're going to call it a test paint on this miniature. Yes! Slam Dabby Dozy. Dude, thank you so much for the 75 months in a row. I think there needs to be a special button for At the moment, you just get an auxiliary twiddle of the finger. Dude, thank you so much for 75 months. How the devil are you? What game did I see you? I think I saw you log into. You're not playing Monster Hunter thingy majiggle at the moment, are you? 75? Yes. An OG. An original. Person. Testing the limits of even my endurance. Well, that's basically, it's good. It's good. I've got nothing PG to say. You're messing with Monster Hunter. Oh, and Marvel Rivals, that's what I saw you log into whenever it was. The other night when I was swearing at my computer. But this room is tidier. I got 2 PCs there, both designed or destined for the trash. A bunch of hard drives in that box right there. This desk is now mostly tidy. There's a plate on it and a camping grill. Don't ask why there's a camping grill. I'm not using it. I'm not camping in here. I just found it in some boxes, so I need to figure out what to do with it. But I'm going to be recording YouTube videos on that. Had 5 adverts. Were they good? What adverts were they? Were they ones that I support? Need to get your Acon. Yeah, dude, I have changed address, by the way. I'm not in Wiltshire anymore. Just in case. You remember Warhammer Fest? I think you got your AOS convention mini last year, so maybe. Well, I will send you a message with my address on just to be safe, and then what I will need is a PayPal info because no doubt I probably could search our history. Otherwise, you could just give me your PayPal email in Discord, and how much cash I owe you. And hashtag, thank you very much. Appreciate you, brother. We're gonna start adding brother everywhere. You're sneaking some militarium onto your U-boat, as you should do. As you should do. I was pondering this the other day. Like, are there any Space Marine boats? I know they have aeroplanes and things. Thank you very much for gifting a sub to Leroy Icarus. More hype. Things you love to see. If we ever... Oh, God, where are my hands? I'm doing some sort of weird interpretive dance. We'll start doing game streams once we hit goals. I don't know what game, though. Maybe we'll finish Space Marine 2. That will be a time. I also need to send you the old school limited Ultramarine characters. Oh... I mean, send me all the Ultramarine things. I painted so many Ultramarines last month. But there's always room for more Ultramarines because Ultramarines are the best, as we know. By the way, I will say something very quickly. There is an talking about war colors yesterday, war color paints, because I need to get some Goblin Green. They have a 10-year celebration sale today, starting today or just for today. So I'm not sponsored by them, unfortunately, but they might have stuff you want. So I don't know, worth having a look, I guess. What am I missing out? Hold on, I know I've missed the chat. Send you a picture of the convention stuff, and then you can decide what I want. Okay, what I really, really want. Let's not get carried away. Okay. About Ultra's been the best. Well. There is the truth, and then there's, always going on from big, the corporation Big Kale. Trying to promote kale as a healthy thing. It used to be cow food. And now it's a superfood. They've rebranded it. We're gonna do. I need that same sort of rebranding. We went from cow food level to superfood level of Twitch streamer. That's the plan. But we got these rascals to paint, and we will be painting them today, or at least one of them. Happy Tuesday. We did almost no paint. It took me an hour and 40 minutes to get any paint on a miniature yesterday, on yesterday's stream. I'm really sorry. Especially if you're watching like on a YouTube video, expecting there to be painting on that yesterday's video. Sorry. Technically there was, but it took ages. We're going to do more today, though. What else? I'm just pondering stuff I need to try and get out of my face before the painting happens. I found my Null Noil gloss, so I was very happy about that yesterday. It's not this one. I put it away over... It's this one here, in fact. Before I even realized Null Noil had a gloss version. That's how long ago I purchased this. Oh, decades. Yeah, I've actually forgotten. I was just trying to think if there's anything that we needed to talk about before stream happened. But what are you up to? What is your Tuesday looking like today? What is your Tuesday looking like? I was gonna talk about Blood Angels. We are painting the Blood Angel Terminators at some point. Not necessarily this month. Potentially we might tickle them next month a little bit. If I can figure out how to do them, or may even do an entire proper YouTube specific video as well. I would like to do, because we are 4 Genestealers short from. I got sort of 18 in front of me. I think the box set's supposed to have 22, so I'm kind of hoping I've got one knocking around still, so then I can do a dodgy YouTube video on it from start to finish. Otherwise, I'll just have to spray black over one and pretend it's never been painted before. You're lurking, modding, needing to work out, and then we'll be sorting out some magnets. Dude, I found so many magnets recently. It's just been bananas. All these Conquest miniatures that have spontaneously appeared in your house. Hold on, Conquest as in not Age of Sigmar Conquest. Is this the Conquest, not like the magazine Conquest? This is Conquest that Zombella bought an army for, basically, right? Something I'm not quite so familiar with. Inexplicable phenomenon. Parabellum. Yeah. Okay. Because I believe Zombella bought a bunch, almost an army's worth of miniatures. Is that correct, or am I mistaken? Inexplicable phenomenon. Oh, God. It really is. The way that miniatures can just sidle into your house and then be sitting there and be like, I've been here all along, mate. Don't know, you've been here for ages. It's terrible. Power helps focus. Parabellum. Yeah, I didn't. Conquest. Pre-orders. Do I need to get any of them? That's my question. Do they? Oh, Americas or rest of the world? Sale. Everything's on sale. I like the word sale. It makes me all frisky. Do you like Vikings? I mean, they're okay. I don't get the whole I know everyone really loved that show, Vikings. I'm not against Vikings. You know, obviously as an English person, though, they did ruin our landscape and take our people. Curse them. Feudal Knights, reanimated Greek hoplites. You got the Vikings, of course you did. Of course you did. You are very Viking-esque in stature. And your axe-wielding abilities. It's why you like that one thing. Orcs riding dinosaurs. Oh, which one? I like the... What are these ones? Are these knights? There's a bloke on a horse. Yeah, there's a bloke... Okay. I mean, I could be tempted. Potentially. Into No, not accidentally purchasing There'll be no accidental purchases. But there are some samurai geezers. Vikings and no ninja mecha robots. I mean, listen, I like the aspect of the Vikings that they don't wear many clothes. That's the only reason why I like them. They're mostly naked as far as I can tell. If they're proper Vikings. Otherwise, are they really Vikings? Have they got lots of skin for me to paint? They do have a fair amount of skin. I got mostly sort of vaguely topless. I see a bit of thigh. Yeah, I reckon the Vikings are the First Blood Warband. Is that what you purchased? Oh, there we go. Look at me. Oh, God. I should... Hold on. The Orcs. Thank you very much. The Horrifying Constructs. Squiggoths. Okay, hold on. We're gonna... Is that IKEA? I was looking at desks. I was looking at computer desks earlier today. I need to get a computer desk, ladies and jelly spoons. What is your preferred type of computer desk? Because I need to be editing. I don't want to be editing videos in this room. I would like a little bit of like break. Otherwise, the problem is I'm not massively fond of editing. Like, it's okay. I need to improve, but I'd prefer to be painting a miniature. And if there's a miniatures versus editing in the same room, I'll go, accidentally paint a miniature. Or buy a miniature. You went hard, you just got starter sets, some characters, some random units, then the ice. Jotner. Okay, hold on. Let's look at Slam's. Ooh, he's all blue. Sweet baby Jesus. Holy moly. How big is this lad? Dude, you'll be very impressed, by the way. Talking about Vikings, etc. You know, Tenjin, that statue that we did the Kickstarter for, and then also, he's almost ready to be stuck together. I accidentally broke his helmet thing, the horns on his helmet, so I need to reprint them. But I'm going to print out the Viking-y ones as well. At some point. 30 by 30 by, that's a box size. 38 mil, 19.3 centimeters tall. Ooh. So we will be painting the Tenjin at some point. I wish I could guarantee when. I'm not good at planning. Not good at planning. It's not my strong point. He's stolen the Predator's shoulder cannon. He's literally stuck a cannon on there, though. Okay. I mean, these are tempting. Who have we got here? Spires? Who are these people? 500... What the devil is that thing? Me too. Because I know we have. I forget the names of the other Kickstarters. Is this going to load up? These are all the backed projects. These are all the backed projects that we've done. We've done Malleus, Fists of Dominion, Trench Crusade, Legends of Athroth. Still waiting for those files. I'm really not happy about that. Welcome to Hellwick, Malleus, Age of Titans, Ruins, Stormcrow City. So I have merchant things for most of these. Some of them I don't. This one, they just took my money and went. That's the only time that's happened on Kickstarter so far. Touch wood. What the hell was it called? A Vol... What's this geezer's name? Vol... This geezer. We need to print out. The most dangerous backlog. Yeah, tell me about it. It's not good. It's really not good. So we got this bloke. He's got a verging on a tactical beard. The one you can't see, that it's just forever lurking. So he's a big old Viking thing. That's the one we have printed out. Unfortunately, like I was saying the other day when I was cleaning up the miniature, I know I've printed his head out. It's somewhere safe. And then I was going through a bunch of boxes like the following day or the day after that, and I saw like a scrumpled up ball of brown paper, and I thought, oh, that's just packing for like the rest of the other miniatures in this box. So I gave it a squeeze. You know, occasionally when you just give something a squeeze and you think everything will be okay. I heard a crack, and then I heard another crack, and I thought, I found the bloke's head. I was really not happy about that. And unfortunately, these spindly little horns on top of them, or whatever they're supposed to be, snapped. Which was very disappointing. So I'll just reprint that, thankfully. And then we can print this geezer out as well. Yeah, anywho. So where were we looking at? These orky things. What are these geezers? Are these the orc things? Ah, okay. They've got even more flesh out, I think. More flesh per miniature. That's a new unit I need to work on introducing into streams. Are those velociraptors? They are, aren't they? Fleshy orc ladies on raptors. I mean, I'm sold. No, that wouldn't sway me. It wouldn't sway me at all. Because I am not remotely tempted by awesome looking miniatures. Artisans, it says Artisan series on as well, which is even better. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. God damn it. Okay. There's a fleshy aberration there as well. That was me and Exalted. Oh, really? I'm glad I'm in good company then. I'm glad I'm in good company. That's so... Like, I mean, this is just a picture. In person, is it... Like, even better if that's... That's so cool. God damn it. Did anyone buy one? This looks all right. Wait, that's pretty cool. He went hard on the knights. I did like the look of the knights. Who was it on your Discord? Were they saying... Or am I just... Were they on your Discord saying who has... No, hold on. I don't even know. No? Was someone asking about knights? I don't know. Scott and Noob went with orc dinos, and Nikki's gone with a Japanese. I liked the look. I saw the Japanese one. Sort of inspired one. Holy moly. Look at the size of his weapon. The ice... Did you just buy... You should have bought this. 2,000 points. Holy, look at that chunky beast. Look at that chunky monster. Limited time offer. They weren't selling that one. You would have purchased that one, though, right? Would you have purchased that? They have a new artisan mountain. Oh, it's better. Was it the one that you just... It wasn't the one you just sent me, was it? this. There's Ice Mountain, Sea, and... Oh, okay, okay. Well, this is the mountain geezer. Hold on. I am on the right page. I realised. Thought maybe I'm on the wrong scene. Oh, I like these like weird leg bits and arm bits. I think he's got auxiliary tentacles, so you know he's up for a good time. The ice one. So I can't remember which one you. This is the one you got, right? No, you got. Which one did you get? If you take the Cedia Jotner, he's a commander. He can take a giant-only army. Well, that's always... only giants? that would be an expensive army, right? That would be an expensive army. Sorry. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this another one? Oh, he's showing a bit of... Oh, God. The Victorians wouldn't have liked this one. Showing far too much thigh. Oh, you got the ice. Okay. Oh, there's STL terrain as well. Pre-orders. Oh, hello. She had a bit of leg on. Oh, hello. Cohort. Who are these ones? Oh, okay. Coming up for coming out for sale, I guess, 25th of this month by the looks of it. I don't know. It's the problem with new things. They're always very... Hold on. So you went with Nords. 100 Kingdoms of the Knights, right? City States. What are these ones? We will be painting at some point, folks. We're warming up slowly. Promethean Oracle. City States of the Greeks. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Yo. That's that's very cool. I like this one. Oh, we've got different head options as well. It's a Promethean. Hephaestian. Oh, hold on. Bull things. Minotaurs, I believe they're called. Hold on. Skedaddle. Factions. So those are the city states. 100 King... I'll click on these quickly. And then I'm going to have a look at the 100 Kingdoms. More scenery. There's a centaur. He's very jazzy. Honestly, the cafe army is probably the most appealing to me from Adepticon that I saw. But I mean, I didn't really look at, for example, I didn't really look at this stuff. I was painting so many Ultramarines last month. I lost track of time. I got so confused. It was not great. Did I click on that? Was that Old Dominion? See, I got Bretonians already. I was wondering what they had monster-wise. I guess here we go. Is this like a walking statue? Kind of deal. Bit of a cathedral, a reformed cathedral. And he's got the big wibbly wobbly sword as well. Look at that bad boy. The Fallen Divinity is great. That's their set. It's basically reanimate. That is pretty cool, actually. I do like that. And he's got the wibbly wobbly sword. What do they call this one? Flamen sword? I keep forgetting what the wibbly wobbly sword is called. Fallen Divinity. Flamen, that's the one, yeah. Yeah, the Flammenberge. I would have liked to have used that if I was forced to go to war in some weird world. I suspect I would have just been a grunt doing getting mown down, knowing my luck. But still, hypothetically, I would have. I like to be one of those dudes with ridiculous shirts and trousers. They've definitely got some interesting miniatures here. I do like them. Problem is, with this particular range, I've already got, Bretonnians. Old Dominion, what is their monster? St. George. They got a whole host of things here. Do they have any big monsters? Those monsters are not exactly, the centerpieces are not exactly cheap. Then again, Fulgrim's just about to drop. And he's not going to be cheap. By the way, I suppose what I was trying to say is we will be painting the... Hello again. We'll be painting the Terminators from Space Hulk in the 2nd edition style kind of deal. And we will be doing a 2nd edition kind of squad for the Blood Angels, but that'll be separate from the Blood Angels army that I have. What did you just clip? What did you just... I'm not clicking that. It's terrible. I think I've been taken out of context. Have I been taken out of context? Don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. God damn it. Well, there we go. God damn it. I've been taken out of context. It's very unfair. Very, very unfair. Before we get started with the painting, I've got to get the activity feed out. Because otherwise I'm not going to be able to keep an eye on Twitch. Don't forget to use your channel points if you are here on Twitch. Otherwise, I won't be able to, potentially gift subs at the end of the month. God damn it. Absolutely terrible. Oh, no. It's terrible. It's terrible. But we've got... Listen. This year, I've promised that we're going to slowly start tickling our way back to clearing some backlog before we start buying brand new things. That is the goal. That is the goal. And we are, you will be glad to know that the second company of Ultramarines is basically finished. Obviously, we have to rebase all of them, which I'm not looking forward to. And I've got 5 more miniatures to do, but there's a captain, banner bearer, a chaplain, a librarian, and a lieutenant. Or a lieutenant. That I need to do. But I want to do... I don't want to... I was getting very burnt out by the end of this. I didn't want to rush into them and ruin the sort of pseudo-centerpiece bits. And then we got the 8 rhinos, the 1 razorback, and probably 2 predators, and 1 more dreadnought. And then the second company is finished. And I can breathe. Next year, for March McCrag, we're going to do some Howling Griffins or something. Size of the Emperor. Like a squad of each or something. That is the plan. What's up, Beamy? How you doing? Why rebase? Well, these ones need rebasing because I'm just not happy with them. We're going to go full on Goblin Green. All these tufts need removing, which sucks, but such is the way of life. I wasn't really happy with these when I put them down first time around. And yeah. Also, what's cracking, dude? Well, I have to step up the old exercise, so... All right, Slam. Get on it, dude. Thank you so much for swinging by. Thank you so much for the resub. Hashtag appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. I do. I'm very glad that that big box is basically done, apart from the vehicles. You know, it's not properly done, but we're well on our way. So I am happy that progress has been made. Beamy, what's going on, you saucy beast? Happy Tuesday. We are painting. I think we're going to attempt this one right here. Like I did last night, I did go and hose them all down with this color, but this color is really thin. Like it's a really nice dark color, but my gosh, it is thin. So he's got this on him. In fact, I think I started slapping on a little bit of Cantor blue. I think what we're going to do is we're going to airbrush this. We're going to mix in a little bit of black to this. Airbrush this over here. Null oil it. Then re-highlight this. Then and I've got some bleach bone or something somewhere as well. So we're just going to do that on one miniature. The head, the fleshy bits, we're going to attempt something. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we'll attempt it. So that's what we're going to do. I just need to locate some black paint. Chad, how you doing today, dude? Sorry, I think I did see an earlier message zoom by. It was about War Machine, and they have a competition. Oh, okay. I might have to have a look. Where is Abaddon Black or Chaos Black, or whatever it's called? I have it somewhere. Not where it's supposed to be. That paint is not where it's supposed to be, which is always a good time. Can't get away from blue paint. I know. That's exactly what I said on yesterday's stream. I was saying to myself, I was really looking forward to not painting sort of blues with Ultramarines, for a bit. And I thought, what am I going to paint today? And then I thought, Tyranids, perfect. And then I realized when I glimpsed them, I thought, oh, Tyranids, we got the Space Hulk box set. Then I remembered we are doing, was it the Hydra scheme? Although I think the Hydra scheme, they have a black Carapace. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, we are painting blue again. But we're augmenting it with some Sotek green. I know it looks blue on camera, but I'm going to give the Cadre a little go and make a diorama for the competition for a nice break from GW. 50 Shades of Black. Yeah. How is that coming along? It is I suppose that's one of the reasons why I'm not massively I do want to get into I see that link. Paint the free Criterion STL from the Cyrix. Well, I do need to do some printing this week. Ooh. But obviously I'm not a competition painter. However, I will accept any and all free STLs. So, yeah. I will make sure I get that added to the old list. Thank you very much for the heads up on that. I will download that. That's pretty sweet, Mini. And it's got flesh. So I'm all about the flesh. I can't help myself. I'm weak when it comes to the flesh. Beamy, what are you up to today, dude? Let me look for some paint while you're typing. You're a bad and black. I'm very confused. I have no idea where my Chaos Black's gone. I have a Baden Black, but I also have this one here, model color. Working as usual. Hell yes. Hopefully relaxing as well. So you haven't started the small child statue. It's finished printing. I have a lot of seam lines on the cape. A friend of mine, however, liked the big boy so much, commissioned me to paint a much smaller version. Hell yes. Hell yes. Where's that? I'm going to find that paint later, aren't I? Not today, though. Wow. We do have to get around to doing some we must get around to doing some You coming out? That should be enough for 1 mini. Right, sorry, I do apologize. Yeah. Posting 3D printing. Oh, okay. I don't normally look at the public chat when I'm streaming. However, I see you are subscribed, so I will... Hello. That is coming along. Dude, did I tell you I... The Tenjin that I have... I found his head. Unfortunately, I broke the... He's got 2 horns coming off from here, from this, going wee up here. But I'm going to keep it anyway because it's kind of cool, and it'll be a good thing to practice on anyway. But yeah, I like that I don't know where I've seen that Samurai Vader before. Like I'm sure there have been a couple of different like variations. So JD, how's it going, dude? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I did print the Saver in clear red resin, but I'm thinking I might print off another and paint it. Oh, okay. Are you happy with the clear red resin? Like, I know you're obviously wanting to print another version and paint it brighter, but I think the clear one might be good for sort of, especially if you're going to do LED effects and like stuff I'm not into, basically. Like if you want to run lights through it, and probably good for that kind of stuff if possible. I don't know if that is possible, but no, it's all right, Chad. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Driving across the country, you drive safely, dude. Keep your eyes on the road. You're here listening. Oh dear. Well, we got a lot of important things to. Christ on a bicycle. I almost dropped this down my front. This paint. Fortnite did a Samurai Vader. That's the only one that comes up. Then the Wicked. Okay, so I've seen another version which is not the Wicked one. But that I think it was like a while ago. So I don't think it was like... I don't think they're remotely connected. Okay. We've got way too much paint here. If there's any excess paint, I'll just slap it onto something else. This is Cantor Blue. I'm not really sure if this is going to work, but we're doing it. I don't know, that's sort of 3 goes of the stuff. Slap in a bunch of that. Where's the airbrush? Ooh. Ooh, Betty, I don't know if this is going to be the right color for us. Oh well, we'll make it work, maybe. Like I said, this is going to be a test miniature, which I should have really done a long time ago. But unfortunately, these miniatures I hosed down with contrast paint a couple of years ago. And then yesterday I just basically hosed them down again with more paint. And I'm still not happy with them. So I've decided just doing on them 1 miniature and then leaving the rest. Then that gives me time to potentially find the 4 lost Tyranids. Or I'm going to have to rebuy them, which I don't want to do. But I might have to buy some paint. I do have to order a little bit of paint because I'm running out. Or I have run out, I should say. I'm going to... Dun, dun, dun. It's going to wait a second. If this works out, I really hope it does work out, but if it does work out, I am hoping that I might be able to record a specific YouTube video. Specifically a YouTube video. Without... where I can cut out all of the jibber jabber. Why is this camera so dark today? Is it because I've not taken the lid off this? Something wrong with this camera. On at first, you saucy beast. How's it going, dude? How's it going? Happy Tuesday, dude. Dude! Let me change this to something funky. I'll just whack up the exposure a bit. Yeah, that works. Good enough for Disney. So yeah, we got many of these little rascals. Potentially, ideally, I'd like to get this one entirely painted today. That's never going to happen. But, you know, more bizarre things have happened in life. So, oh God, the water pot is too close to the camera, and I keep whacking the camera every time I clean a brush. All right, yeah, we got way too much paint. Hold on. On at first, how was your weekend? Oh my God, there we go. It's actual coverage. I mean, that is very dark. I just slap some brighter blue over and then wash it down with blue wash. Yeah. I know that's probably the correct... Well, it's definitely a option, but I've got issues. They're multiplying. Who's in control? Oh, there's a tiny bit of... Oi, oi. Are we even painting on camera? Technically, yes. This is a very... There's a lot of black in this. I think we need to... Actually, that's all right. It's going to vaguely work with my Saucy Boys from the Leviathan box set. It's very dark. That's even darker than... Is that Necron? That's even darker than Necron Abyss. Hey! Your weekend was okay? Did I see over the weekend you posted a picture on your stories of an Ultramarine? Or was that the week before? Like, I know... Actually, hold on. What happened to the first week of April? It's gone. We're into the second week of April. I don't know when that happened. Time has just disappeared. It's an absolute disaster. There's a couple... Okay, I thought so. I liked it. What wizardry is this? The one's air compressor isn't... Yeah. So when I was at college, I did have an air compressor, but it was a really cheap one. And the thing was, it didn't have a tank to it. And because a mixture of it being old and also me not knowing any better, I just ran that thing into the ground. It was constantly going. I was always airbrushing. And it just gave out really quickly. So I always vowed to treat myself to having an airbrush with a tank. Unfortunately, when I moved back to the UK, my mother's air compressor, which she used to have, was an ancient... I don't know what it was powered by, but it was a big old air compressor, belt run air compressor, which was amazing, but it had been used, I think, since the 50s. She hadn't used it since the 50s, just to clarify, she's not that old, but like it was an old, like, I think 50s, 60s, potentially could have been 70s. I don't know. It was an old air compressor. So I got a Iwata one. Autumn Cassius. That's the one. I need to get the old one. In fact, I think I need to get that one. You just try dry brush and slap. Well, I think dry. Yeah, I'm not really done slap chop. I'm going to rebrand it and do my version, and I'm going to call it Slip Slop. I think that's what I'm going to call it. Slight jab at Gulliman there too. Wait, what? I ignore all jabs at Gulliman and the Ultramarines. I just filter them out. I don't know if it's a thing I've built into myself or into the phone, and it automatically deletes anything or blurs any context of naughtiness. Oh, it's a Kill Team Cassius, yeah. So what I need to do is I need to get, for my second company, I need to get a librarian and a chaplain, both in power armor, not Terminator armor. So yeah, I do need to. Yeah, we made way too much paint there. Not enough to do the entire squad, which is going to be interesting. We are going to mix some more blue into it, though. We're just going to do this on the fly. Screw it. It's going to be a nightmare when it comes to. It's going to be a complete nightmare when it comes to matching this one to the other ones. But whatever. We'll just jam it in there and wiggle it around a little bit. Yeah. Might even need more at this rate. We'll see. Fashionably late like all Ultramarines are. I didn't even see that as a jibe. I now you've reminded me, I didn't even see that as a jibe. I thought, listen. I put them. That basically means they're space wizards. They're wizards with the war and planning. So they turn up when they mean to turn up. You know, that's what's happening. I didn't take it as a jibe. It was verging on a compliment. Yeah, this is the Harder and Steenbeck. It was a 2.1. There's a CR plus. My grandmother got me this for a present very, 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 very kindly. It was like a mega birthday and Christmas present for something like several years ago. I really do like this airbrush. I would like to get a rubbish one for like maybe varnishing and doing enamels through it, stuff like that. I feel very weird about putting those liquids through here. I know it'll go through it very well, but at the same time, I don't want to. Let's see what the state of this is now. So this is very black. Got to have a tank. Yeah, that's exactly. I also learnt that you got to have a tank. It does mean it's more money, but it's just not worth. I just promised myself I'd never go tankless again. I think I had a badge. You lost your temperature. I have a Reaper miniature, a Reaper Vex airbrush, in fact, still in its box. I think that's going to be that is or was going to be one of the giveaways that we do when we hit the computer gift thing, but we've retired that for the moment, so technically that's on hold. But I always did. There was a particular Iowata airbrush I was rather interested in getting. Well, there are a couple of. I get very confused with what they're all called though. It was one of a couple of the Iowata ones were very tempting. You tried the Eclipse. You didn't click with it. Yeah, I'm very happy with this one. I know there's the Harder and Steenbeck Eclipse, which is like the model below this, I think. Which I would like to get, I think, as like I don't want to say a backup airbrush, but as a sort of more one I don't mind putting enamels through. I think I have the Infinity. I'm very tempted to get a second for the same reason. Yeah. I've also seen that Cobweb stuff. I saw that a couple of years ago, I think. And I did ways an eyebrow to it. I've gone full on what's his features? Yeah, no, it's interesting, that one. But yeah, I think a second airbrush for those sorts of things is a good idea. Rodney? Hold on, what am I getting confused with? Princess Bride. Marriage? Honored First. Did you see the Drukhari? I did not. Honored First. If you want to drop a link. If you can. Give you a permit, maybe. That would be saucy. Hold on. Oh, God, that was... Hold on. Let me type some words. Beat me to it. By the way, do we like the Thousand Sun robot things for 40k? I'm not massively into them. They look a bit... I don't know. They look a bit weird. What's up, Atami? How's it going, dude? You hate them? I'm really not... I've been mulling them over. I'm not massively keen on them. You would literally have to pay me to pay one. Where is this? Whereabouts on this page is it? Scroll down toward the bottom. Oh. Oh, wait, hold on. Lady Malice. Is that her? Is that Lady Malice? Oh my God. Just imagine accidentally getting a sprue from 2023. Is that right? The paint scheme on a white background, it didn't. One does wonder what's going on. You would have thought they know, like, optimal colors to sort of photo things done. Photo things with. God, we're really struggling with the English today. An ad? Okay, that's it. Let's wait for the advert to finish. This is very black. We added a bit too much black paint, and I think... Yeah, we did way too much black paint. I'm going to smash in some more Cantor Blue. I mean, it is quite a dark colour as well, so... Whatever. Traitor Guardsman, hello. How art thou? Happy Tuesday. What's going on? Itami, is that advert finished? Doing some gameplay and beefing up your newest character, Trigger, in Zenless Zone Zero, the old Triple Z. Are they meant to be their version of a Hellbrute? They don't seem like a Hellbrute, though. Maybe. Lady Malice is a character that only mentioned and had rules. Oh, really? I can't remember. It was so long ago. And also, I wasn't really into the Dark Doobie Firkins at the time. Dark Eldar. Not that I am now either, truth be told. But, like, I remember the artwork and I was like, they're a bit fiddly looking. And there's something I don't really... I think I've always never really liked the Raiders. You know, the floaty vehicle things which they jump on and off. I've never been massively keen on them. And that's always been like, well, that's probably not going to bother buying an army of them. Space Hulk Genestealers? I don't know. It was box 3 or 4. That's what I can tell you. I only have 18 of the Genestealers out. I don't know where the last 4 are. And I've got to find the captain on the chair. That is also AWOL. I own it. The last 4 I didn't. So I think I might have the other 4 Genestealers elsewhere. Otherwise, I'm going to have to try and find 4 of them online somehow. Because I've only got 18 Genestealers, and as I understand it, that box set's supposed to have 22. I think I have the 4th edition. Got myself the Biosigns Terminated Genestealer 2 weeks ago. No, I've not seen it. Wait. The new Space Hulk? Game? Like, computer game or tabletop game? Love the lore for her. Well, I mean, I'm very happy to read up on lore and stuff. Absolutely. Back from the ads, Atami. How's your character coming along? I don't really know if this is where we want to be going with this. This is almost too dark. We're going to give it a go and see if we can make it work. I just really wasn't happy with yesterday's. And we're definitely not painting this guy tomorrow. Promise. Definitely not. This is ridiculous, this blue. We'll see. It's a good base coat, maybe. Forever Lover of Azrabil Vect. They have a lover's quarrel. Of course they do. And split up. Aw. Can you imagine how that breakup would go? She vowed vengeance on him for basically spent her time trying to usurp him. Trigger is very bouncy as the meme goes. Colonel, the sound of my dummy thick... Oh, Jesus Christ. Colonel, the sounds of my dummy thick cheeks clapping keep alerting the guards. I am not aware of this meme, Itami. There are some things that I am just not familiar with. And words. I know what that's supposed to say, that sentence. Like, in my mind, I can decipher it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it can be deciphered. Right. It's a Metal Gear Solid meme. See, you appreciate that, Slam? Fantastic. Oh, the tabletop game. They're coming out with frickin' Space Hulk again, as much as I love it. Is it Games Workshop? Or are they yeeted it out to some third party. And they've not come, and they're not doing more time. This is what's wrong with the world. This is what's wrong with the world. I said it. I mean, surely, Tommy, those cheeks just need binding. You know, you got to do a lot of binding. Can't believe we're painting blue again. Oh well. Carries a demon weapon and has a gem where her heart used to be. But she has some anti-psycho mojo and precognition. That's surely just cheating. You got to look her up to understand she's a blind sniper. Does she actually... Does she have heaving buttocks? Is that right? I assume those are the cheeks she's talking about. Or have people just like done their arts and made her have a massive ass? You got to look her. She has both, of course. What's her name? What's her proper name? I'm not googling it live on air. Definitely not. I accidentally pressed the button. Tons of maximum jiggle. Trigger. All right. Funnily enough, I have a bunch of Metal Gear Solid... Well, I say a bunch. I have a few Metal Gear Solid games on Steam. I was pondering them the other week. Realizing I've not actually played them on Steam. I've only got 2. I thought I had more than that. Just look up her demo video on YouTube. It's really good. The combat was amazing. I will look at another browser. Trigger. Zenless. Zone 0. Okay. What the hell is that? That's an advert. Obviously coming in there straight away at the beginning of the video with generate AI videos with art list. It's all right, Tommy. I think I found it. Maybe. I'm just waiting for this yet another advert. Oh, okay. I see her. Is that... Oh, God. No, that's someone else jiggling around. Okay. AI trash. I don't think I don't think I did. Let me give you a permit, dude, because otherwise I think the bot will bonk you. Drop it like it's hot, big boy. There. Nice one. Cheers. I thought I found it. It was not 2 minutes. It was 3 minutes, though. Am I going to regret this? If I regret... Got some adverts for timeless design for over a century. Support Glorious Badger. Subscribe, like, hit the bell for notifications. You too. Or something, something, something. Here is a safe video you can show. Very action-packed. I'm on the wrong browser for showing things. This is on the private browser. So I don't want to taint. Okay. I'll flip and ignore it. Okay. Smart tank heating. Mute that. Skedaddle foul beast. Huh. Okay. Oh, is this? Are we finally doing a React thing? Oh, we're now a React streamer. React content. We're shifting. Seatbelts. Always wear a seatbelt. Very important. When you're driving. If you want to be. Okay, so. She's got hands on the steering wheel. Oh no, she's just throwing up gang signs. Breaking out a gun. Okay. She's somehow... Okay. She's ninjaing through... Okay. She's twirling all over the place. Look at me using all the right words. Isn't she supposed to be in that car driving it? Child violence. Always... Okay. Oof, ugh. That was a bit gross. It's giving me a headache. Okay. Calm down, mate. There have been some statues that... what are they? What are those statues? Those resin kits? Which are slightly jiggly, and they're basically jiggly characters with massive guns. Not of the arm variety either. There was one of the, they're not really my thing, but there was one I did wiggle an eyebrow at. Spoon handle. They are, I think 4th edition. Yes, they are Space Hulk. I've got no idea what we're watching, by the way. Something about a teddy bear. So yeah, these are, I think these are the 2016 Space Hulk ones. Oh, there was someone else in there driving. That would explain why she would... Okay. It's just part of the job. Okay. Yeah, oh, God. Those graphics at the end. Jesus. Very jazzy. The visor helps her convey emotions. I need to get one of those so I can properly convey all my emotions as an Englishman. I do not believe in them. They are get those all crushed down. So her visor, what does it sort of LED like goes smiley and happy and all that sort of stuff? But anyway, yes, I think those things are a bit too fast paced for me. Gives me a headache. Very action packed. So yeah, spoon handle. These are, I believe, the 2016s one. I think I'm missing 4 of them. And honestly, I'm just trying to figure out the paint scheme. So I'm using this one as a test scheme. I have a bunch of the others. They're already dark blue. I did try and contrast paint them years ago, but wasn't massively keen on it. So we're just trying something else today. It's just another gacha money sink. Is it? I don't do, like, none of that appeals to me, those games, Reno. I know they're very popular, but something I've missed out on. Somewhere along the line of, like, my education or whatever you want to call it, my path diverged, and I didn't go down the sort of anime route. It's very generous. They give you out tons of free cash. Oh, God. Is that so that you spend more, like... Very cool. Do you have a Space Hulk spoon handle? And hold on. Hold on. Traitor Guardsman, I do apologize. So they're coming out 2026. I will have Biosigns Terminated Genestealer. Why am I only just hearing about this? Is this over $1,000? Flippin' Nora. I don't feel bad about buying a plastic miniature now. However, if you want to support the stream, I can segue into suggesting looking at my throne. We are working towards the Mastodon, which is much less than $1,000. It's still expensive, but it is less. Oh, the BIOS. Oh, I do see this. Hold on, there's my foot. Okay, hold on, steady. And what am I just smashing my foot on? Here we go. Birthday exclusive mini revealed. I need to locate my local store and find out when their birthday is. Because that is hot stuff. You got the 2016 release. We were talking about it briefly yesterday, and like I got into it was I get confused which one came first, truth be told. But Advanced Space Crusade and Space Hulk I got into when I was a young whippersnapper at school. That was my gateway drug into Warhammer. And I sort of started collecting a Space Wolf army back then. And that's why I ended up more going down like the space sci-fi side of things. I hadn't heard about at the time. Or my friends didn't have Hero Quest. So that's why I didn't really go down the sort of fantasy side of things until much later. You're free to play player. I haven't spent money in the game. All the S-rank characters I own, I got through grinding out 90,000 polychromes. Flipping Nora, that sounds like a lot. Which is, holy moly. Hey, listen. If people, I'm not gonna blame or whatever people for liking what they like. You know, I like playing, or I used to like playing obscene amounts of Call of Duty, and I was terrible at it. And I know a lot of people hate it, so you know, if you like it, that's groovy. They're not really games that I just like. First-person shooters, truth be told. And occasionally sprinkled with some 7 Days to Die stuff like that, which is a first-person survival, but sprinkled with some Factorio and sort of that kind of stuff. The key word is grinding. As your boy said, everyone... There ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. What's up, Lucian? How you doing, you saucy rascal? Happy Tuesday, dude. Your Space Crusade for Christmas one year? You rascal. Yeah, my friends had it. I'd never even heard of it until one day my friend just... I was talking about this with my mother. I have no idea which friend of mine had Space Crusade, Space Hulk at the time. I think one of them... Actually, I think I remember the name of one of them. But I've got no idea who had Space Hulk. Either way, I'm very glad they did, because here we are, many moons later. That would have been I'm going to call it 1990. Many moons later. Enjoying painting Space Hulk miniatures. Also, Lucian, oi oi, Savaloy. Exactly. I love FPS games too. Back in 2009, you're 115 in World for Search and Destroy on Modern Warfare 2. Honestly, that is one mode of Call of Duty I've never been keen on. Like Search and Destroy, I'm not keen on. I think I realized what it was. It's because I'm rubbish at it. I die too quickly, or... Okay, with Search and Destroy, I have played Search and Destroy on recent iterations of COD, but when I was playing it last, I thought, you know what, this is why I despise Search and Destroy. You either die really quickly and then you'd have to sit around twiddling your thumbs, or you accidentally do well and then they got all the pressure going with your teammates going, I hope he knows what he's doing. Because if he doesn't know what he's doing, I'm going to be very irritated. You're a grinder at games? Yeah. I just sank a lot of time into Battlefield 3 and 4, which are the games first-person shooters are probably the games I love or enjoyed the most, apart from Team Fortress 2. I did enjoy playing Call of Duty back in the good old days. I did sink a fair amount of time into it, but I just like team deathmatch and regular deathmatch. You know, I just want to spawn in, annihilate some people, go on a bit of a run, and then start all over again. It was amazing. The card art is burned into my brain, and for the time, the minis were sweet as. Yeah, the minis, we never paint. Well, it wasn't my game to paint the minis, but I don't think my friend ever painted them. I remember, I was thinking about it the other night, like, I remember in Space Crusade, I remember the Dreadnoughts. We were talking about the Chaos Android yesterday. You got into gacha games back in... I didn't even know what they were until... Probably not... what year are we in? Probably until about 7 years ago. I'd never even heard of a gacha game. Or, for that matter... Or actually paid attention to them. Like... It's just generally that art style doesn't really do much for me. So I kind of just don't really pay attention to... a lot of things with that art style. You know? Space Crusade got me playing 40k, likewise, second edition, properly, instead of just collecting and painting and... See, I'd never... So in 1990, I was 10. I started collecting my Space Wolves in 93, 94, I think, properly. And second edition, I never played Rogue Trader. I didn't even really realize what it was. Second edition was what I ended up going halves on it with my brother, in fact. Lucian, thank you very much. I mean, I've been struggling with how I'm going to paint them. I did contrast paint them. And then we have gone over them with Night Lord Blue. But I think that's too bright. And that's... I don't know. We're going to struggle. We're going to get there eventually. I'm just going to paint over these probably, but we're just doing a test paint. But this is starting from a lot darker. The Medal of Honors, they were really fun. I was, funnily enough, I was pondering Medal of Honor. Wondering if I still had the old CDs. I don't think. I did enjoy it, like that very... Landing on the beaches of Normandy, or that mission. Oh, it was so damn good. It was so good. I remember playing that with my brother. Used to play in sponsored COD 14 back in the day. Damn. I mean, I played a tiny bit of tournaments for Team Fortress 2, like a European... What was it called? Very briefly, a little bit. Like maybe a couple of matches. It wasn't really counted, really. Traitor Guardsman? Hello. Hold on. I missed you. The Medal of Honors were your favourite shooter back in the day? Yes. Every kill, 500 experience, plus defusing or planting the bomb 1,000. Yeah. The problem with Army, I'm just not good enough at search and destroy. Just respawning and nuking the opponent was the only thing. So I only like games which there is no... You just respawn in. Whether it's... it was HQ? HQ... All for... Team... Oh god, I'm really struggling with the words today. The multiplayer one, obviously. Team Deathmatch. The All for One, like Team Deathmatch, or whatever it's called. HQ, and there was one other one which I liked. But yeah, the ones where you die and that you have to sit out the rest of the time, not keen on. Not keen on those. LAN tournaments sucked for me way too much. Overstimulation and noise. I used to get home feeling exhausted. Yeah, exactly. Second edition, Gang in the House. Hell yes. That's pachinko. Wait, what? Oh, hold on. Gacha is just a Japanese gamble machine where they use tiny steel balls. Hey. Oh, hold on. Okay, that's pachinko, is it? Okay. I know absolutely nothing about these things. I just know what I like. And hate, for that matter. The problem with gacha is they have such a bad sunk cost fallacy with them. A lot of the communities, they can be cult-like. It's better to have a real world gacha stuff like TCG as they have a physical component that can be traded and sold. Well, I think... Hold on. It looks much better starting from this Super Dark. Yeah, well, I do want to go... I think starting from Super Dark is the way forward. But I do want to go quite bright on them. But not lurid. I want to try and keep them vaguely box art style. Just to clarify, we're going with vague... Well, I suppose I should really have an image of the box art in front of me. But Reno, that's also a thing like with subscription games. I know I felt a bit like that with EVE Online for a while. Until I sort of started earning the monthly subscription. Gacha is the machine with the plastic balls containing prizes like... Oh, those things. Oh, okay. Okay, right. We're learning things today. Today is a day of knowledge. Welcome. I'm glad I could provide it. Or be a space where knowledge can be spread like Marge. Margarine, not Marge the person. Defo prefer this one, a darker base color with some more subtle highlights and a few specular ones. Well, we've got some bleached bone to slap in there, or screaming skull to mix into Temple Dubry Firkins. It's a catch-all term for... Yeah. Warhammer fan, hello there. How are we doing today? Happy Tuesday. What's going on? Is that Leviathan colours? They're definitely colours. I'm not sure. As I understand it, they never really had a Hive fleet. Like the Space Hulk Genestealers, they didn't really have a Hive fleet designation. They were just blue Carapace, dark blue Carapace, and purple, fleshy, pink, skinny bits. I think they've been now called Hive Fleet Hydra. Someone said yesterday. Well, I did have a brief look yesterday, but I saw a Hive Fleet Hydra. They had black carapace on the back, which I was like, I don't know if that's quite the same. So I'm trying to remember what the Hive Fleet Leviathan. It is convenient though. My own if I go over to my Instagram, Pedal is not behaving today. If I go over to my Instagram, I have an itchy nose. So the few Tyranids that I've painted up so far are basically similar-ish. They're similar-ish. They've got magenta going on. And they've got a very dark carapace going on as well. So they might work. Hopefully these will work vaguely okay with them. Although they are on different. What's up, Don, dude? How were the games? How was Adepticon? I hope you had a good time. You got $20 MTG. Hold on. Don't say it. I got it. It's in my head. Magic the Gathering. Bow before my knowledge. Exactly. You're trying to get the thing you want the most, hence why it's like the plastic ball with prize machine in Japan. They're called gacha machines. And also a $7 booster. Hold on, here we go. Gacha comes from gachapon. Enjoy my pronunciation, by the way. Machines that are the Japanese gumball machines where there are toys in balls. Plastic toys in balls. Now there's plastic in balls, literally. Microplastics. There we go. There's your biology for today. When you put the money in and turn the handle to get a random ball, it takes a clunking noise. Oh, which is where the name Gachapon comes from. Oh, okay. Here we go. So the one time you did IRL Gacha, you actually won. Problem... I actually come to think of it, do they have these things at like Alton Towers, or am I getting really confused? It's been years and decades since I've been to Alton Towers, I will clarify. The pon is the sound of a ball falling out of the machine. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. I'm learning things. You play it, but don't want you all to play it. It's just showing badge of the character that just dropped and building up on. So tell me, how long is it going to take you, do you reckon, to unlock that character? Out of interest. And I'm just trying to think. I vaguely remember some other character. I'm pretty sure it was. They had they didn't have like goggles. They had like a face mask on, which also did sort of emotes. Probably literally emotes these days, but sort of emotions on. Unless I'm now hallucinating again from a lack of coffee. Well, Rena, what I would say is, I mean, all of these things are, all these companies, they just want money. I I don't agree with, like, as you said, the predatory side of things. And there are people who can't control their money spending. There are people who can't control their money spending. And you know, if they can stay away from those sorts of things, then that's probably a good time. Without spending money on it, at least. I don't know. What do you think about that? Is that? I know some people just can't help themselves. You heard rumors about Bart's mum, but now you know. I know. Well, Lucian, this is always like, this was one of the things. That was a thing. When you were, when one was hypothetically describing you could call her Marge, because of that. Yes. Happy Tuesday, indeed. Happy Tuesday, indeed. You quite like the new cut of the hairs? Oh, well, yes. Thank you very much. I was due for a haircut. It's getting ridiculously fluffy. Mine are painted like xenomorphs. I love xenomorphs. That was like Alien and Aliens. Yeah, I still like Alien 3 director's cut. I do like Alien 4. But most only because really the Betty. I like the Betty spaceship. I think it's awesome. And for that reason alone, I like it. Con was amazing. Definitely want to go again next year. Hell yes. I would certainly like to. We will see. We will see. I definitely need a bloody holiday, though. Definitely would like a holiday. Imagine. Just imagine. Oh, time away. In America, I can just get my... I can just go... I'll locate a Wendy's. Inhale that. Although apparently we have Wendy's in this country now. So maybe that's... I can't really use that as an excuse anymore. We're like, yo. Wendy's, where you at? Hold on. Was I even... I'm not... I'm so sorry. I pressed the wrong button. I meant to be on this one. I was probably pulling all sorts of horrible concentrating faces. The Death Watch Overkill... Oh God, I'm trying to remember that box set. Had steelers that resembled the old second edition ones more. I think this design was more aesthetically tied to the crustacean-looking nids. Oh, with the chitinous carapace on its back. Yeah. I was pondering maybe doing... Was it the coconut crab? I know a lot of people are fond of like doing the coconut crab way of Tyranid life. I just don't know if that's entirely for me. You know, with the sort of speckles, the dots of colour. I'm not entirely sure what I'm painting at the moment, by the way. It's all gone a bit wibbly wobbly. We will get there in the end. I'm just not used to painting Tyranids. They're weird. They're weird and not Space Marines. So as I said, the second edition, the Terminators will be painted second edition style. We'll be breaking out the Blood Angel red. Yeah, if I want a thing, I'll go to a shop and buy it. You don't like the random... If I went to Argos for a kettle and left with an eye, you'd be pissed. Well, there is that. There is that. But I don't know. Like, I'm with you on that. I'm not really into... you know... But some people, that is what they like to spend their money on. For whatever reason. I don't really know what's in those pods random collectible things, I assume. Oh, we've got these ribs on the front. Ribbed. For her pleasure. Thank you very much. Did I say thank you for the follow? I have a sneaky suspicion 6 minutes ago I did not, and I completely dropped the ball on that one. I'm really sorry if I didn't. That was a bad thing. You resemble that remark? I'm still catching up on chat. You have 3 accounts. You only play 2 of the accounts. I got her and the weapon on both, only using 20,000. You're stored up polychromes. These Genestealers belong to... Okay, so this, as I understand it, Hive Fleet Hydra was like a relatively new Hive Fleet designation. Is that correct? Traitor Guardsman? I could be mistaken. I was only told this yesterday. Hey, you know we're already shopping the big comfy Airbnb situations. Yeah, dude, I would love to. I really would love to. Next year is probably going to be a lot. This year was as much as I would have liked it to have been. It was just like with the house situation. It was not really viable. Next year is looking a lot more viable as an actual thing. Plus, I looked at my passport today. It actually expires... When does it expire? 28th of March. 28th of March. So I need to get a new one. The reason I was looking at it is because prices... the prices are about to go up for getting a new passport. And I saw all the notifications on, like, when you open up the browser, it's got a bunch of news and stuff like that. It said all the sort of clickbaity titles. Getting a new, replacing your passport is about to get expensive. It's going up by £6 or £8 or something for a renewalification. Hard part. Hold on. You can come drinking with Stephen Box. The amount of drinking I do these days is very little. I don't not drink. Because once I start, much like a can of Pringles, I can't stop. It's terrible. Which edition Space Hulk? Yeah, these are 4th edition Space Hulk Genestealers. I do have the Blood Angels. Unfortunately... Hold on. Unfortunately, I don't know if I have them to hand. I might do. I'm going to have a look in just a second. I have the Captain, Blood Angel. I just don't know where he's gone. Unfortunately. I know I have him. I seem to remember a tiny bit of his... Like, I think he's got a sort of halo thingy. I think that's broken. I don't think I have that anymore. So that... I'll have to kit bash something in place of that, which is a bit irritating, to say the least. But it does exist in my collection somewhere. Somewhere is the operative part of the sentence, though. It's I've been living out of boxes for a bit, while moving house, etc., and locating a new house, which was a bit rubbish. So some things have been removed into storage. Sarantis, thank you so much for the old Raider Rooney. How the devil are you? Thank you. I've just got a little bit of paint on here, so if you'll just excuse me just a moment, I will continue. Tickling this. But how was stream? What were you up to today? What the devil were you up to today? Hello, folks. My name's Loris Badger. I am dual streaming to YouTube. I do have an amazing YouTube channel, which we will start painting on again sometime this century. It was released at Christmas. Hold on. I got it. I remember driving. So I was living in Lymington at the time. I remember they don't have a Games Workshop store. Curse them. I remember driving to the Southampton Games Workshop store to try and get Space Hulk, and I'd missed it. I went that morning, and they'd already gone. I was very irritated. You were faffing with the color scheme on Votan. Now, tell me about your Votan. Do you know, like, how close have you come to? Have you settled on a color scheme? I technically have Votan. Technically. They're still in the box. But I have no idea how I want to paint them. So there should be a follow kind of thing at the top of your chat, folks. You know what to do. Give that heart a tickle. Make sure that you follow Sarantis, please. I think YouTube is still going. This is hello? 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 YouTube is still working. That is bananas. Hello? It says I'm unstable. It says I'm unstable. What? Flipping Nora. What? OBS? Folks, did you all follow Sarantis? Yeah? Oh, God, we are. Drop frames all over the place. 10,000. Earth is going on. We were back. So I am dual streaming to YouTube. This is the first time this issue's happened. I suddenly had... It suddenly said we can't find your Twitch key. I think I've seen that once before. I don't know what I did to fix it. I just smashed a button and we've got so many drop frames. At the moment, it's horrific. Ain't we all? We are a little bit unstable, yeah. I do apologize. I've got no idea what's happened. Hopefully you all managed to tickle that follow button for Sarantis. Did you get anywhere with the paint scheme, is what I was asking. Mentions YouTube as a bit... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I get. Like, I've been dual streaming to YouTube for, a while now, and that not had issues bitrate before. Oh, we're back into the green. Yes! We're back into the green, baby. Let's go. Those drop frames are dropping like it's hot. I don't know. So weird. And it's really frustrating. Right. Check out my throne page. Yes. Oh, that... Yes. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I do apologize. I know I missed some chat when the raid came in. Dialan, hello. Apologies if I butchered your name. You're painting Votan. Yes. Okay. The Mastodon. Got some lag. Oh, it's going again. We're going back into the red. 14,000 drop frames. Let me go into OBS. Hold on. I genuinely have no idea. You got some colors down in the end. What colors have you going with? I don't know what I still haven't made my mind up what I'm doing with my Votan, if and when I get to them. Do I go proper filthy, or do I go freshly out of, wearing brand spanking new armor? Fluent Code, hello. How you doing today, dude? My stream has gone bananas today. We're dropping frames all over the place. And I am so sorry. I'm blaming Twitch entirely for this. Even if something's been downloaded on my side, which I shouldn't. Like, I don't have any downloads going. But just in case I do, it's not my fault. Blame Disney. Yeah, I've got no idea what's going on. Oh, you got the kill team of Votan. Do you have many of the other kill teams? I've got a couple, and the most recent one I've got was the what are they called? Night Lords. I got the Night Lords one. That was the most recent. The most recent one I purchased. I saw that when that came out, I was all over it. Right. Stream technical difficulties. Yeah, that's one word for it. I out of the corner of my eye, I can see OBS, and like the normal, you get 5 green bars, like in the reception bars. It's in the red. We're on 1 bar, dropping frames 30,000 at the moment. Brown. Oh. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Enjoy dinner. You got many kill teams? I do like them. I've still got to get the scouts. You need to paint your army, but I'm so out of it today, so I'm going to watch you paint instead. More. Well, I'm barely painting. But we are, it is happening at the speed of a startled slug. 6 o'clock, everyone is home and going online. That's that makes sense. Traitor Guardsman, that definitely makes sense. But honestly, this is the time I normally stream, and this is the first time in a long time I've seen this many drop frames. That's weird. That's so weird. I do genuinely apologize, folks. Sorry. Hopefully on tomorrow's stream we won't have this issue. You ran Army Angels of Death at Adepticon, and it was a big learning experience. Hell yes. Was it fun? Nice day at work, and hopefully scoring some Class 8 Oldhammer minis. Oh yeah? Do you want to tell us more about which ones? Trying to get your Iron Warriors. Hell yes. I found a Leviathan. And the Contemptor, torso and legs for my pseudo Iron Warriors that I started collecting. I had the old Forge World resin Contemptor that I was also going to run. I thought, okay, well, I need one Contemptor, obviously, and a Leviathan Dreadnought. I was trying to go as many robots as possible, but we only got so far. The music stopped. School holidays. School holidays as well, yeah. Tell you what, if it's the cursed kids, breaking my stream, we're going to have we're going to have issues, ladies and jelly spoons. We're going to have issues. More issues than normal. You've been looking at Skaven too. I saw some Skaven the other day. But they're the only ones, like, the ones I was looking at were from Wartime. Best game of all time. In case you're not aware. 2 tourneys I played at Adepticon were super fun. All my opponents were lovely humans. And we all just had a good time. That's awesome. That's what you want. That's some interesting AI art on that picture. Ooh, itchy nose. The old models look cool. You want a box dread? But they're yeah. I wish they did box dreads again. I have a couple of Furiosa, whatever, dreadnoughts. Furiosa, that was what's the features, wasn't it? For my Blood Angels, but I don't know if they've been legended properly yet for 40k. If they have been, then I don't know what to do. Maybe accidentally start up yet another Horus Heresy army. I mean, why not? One can't have too many Horus Heresy armies. That's the thing. That's the thing I've come to realize. This is a very dark blue. My gosh. I was just really hoping... All I wanted to really paint was skin today. But I thought, we've got to get this blue at least tickled a little bit. It's just... It's going to take forever. And I got certainly 17 others to paint, and I should really find the others. It's supposed to be 22. All right. Nice collection of Chaos Marines. Filthy. Absolute filth. I love it. Mostly second edition rather than true old hammer, but still classy enough. Second editions, that's what I got into. So I do like a lot of the old proper old hammer stuff. But second edition is where it's at for me, really. I wish my memory could remember half the stuff, but I am going to attempt to go to Bring Out Your Lead this year in August, where they have lots of old minis. If I had gone to Adepticon, I would have all the Skaven you need in my life. Yeah. If someone who wants a Skaventide box, I got in a swag. Yo, Skaventide. Oh, did I add that up the other day? The Skavens, at least. The Skaven people on the side of things. A lot are off for Easter, and it's been a lovely warm day, and they're coming in now. Yeah, we're still dropping frames left, right, and centre. We're up to 61,900. 62,000 drop frames. This is terrible. But I'm going to blame the kids. Yeah, screw it. Got to blame someone. The kids are getting the blame. Sorry, kids, but that's how it is. It's just life. The old dreads are great if you really need something to smash a car with. This is very true. I do have one, but weirdly, it's a Dark Angels one. I can't remember buying it. I can't remember everyone giving me a Dark Angels Dreadnought. I don't know where it's come from. It's just appeared. It's just come out of the warp, like a true being of chaos. It's armed with... What's this on it? Las Cannon and missile launcher. I think that's what it's on it. What is on it? It is weird that I have it though. Very strange. Heyo, you got enough skulls again? Oh, yes. Welcome, Ragnar. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Just as I was talking about like a random Dark Angel Dreadnought spawning into my pile of future content. And also, just so you know, the stream is... I don't know what's wrong with it. It's absolutely jiggered. Like, we're dropping frames all over the place. I'm very sorry. You heard that a guy broke a foot from dropping one of those. I wouldn't be surprised. Or at least hurting his toe a lot. You're in Singapore, yes. What would you be bringing there, Badger? What would I be bringing where? To bring out your lead? Oh, I see what you mean. I've no idea. But I think Jimmy's planning on going again. I'm trying to see what he's going to bring, and then I'll maybe bring something to play a game with against him. I shall do, dude. I shall do. Yeah, I was just pondering it the other day because I do have Skaven for Age of Sigmar, and like I have my old Empire geezers or Cities of Sigmar blokes, but I'm going to rebase them onto square bases where they should be properly. When we got a lot of repainting to do as well with them. So that had me in the brain thing. Of thinking that now I don't have any Age of Sigmar armies, but I do have Skaven. Lizardmen, I don't know. I don't like Age of Sigmar. It doesn't really appeal, but Skaven would be tempting. The shipping man. Internet, please. Yeah, folks, we're just going to write a letter. We're up to 2 yellow bars. 2 yellow bars. We're off the red bar. Now we're on to green bars. Ladies and jelly spoons. What a time to be. No, we're down to red bar again. I thought we were going to do well. If you can at Twitch on Twitter and be like, yo, you're ruining this bloke's stream. He eventually wants to make partner, and this is really not helping. How very dare you? Imagine if you stuck one in the football sock and spinning your hand like an improvised flail. Yeah, like in Full Metal Jacket, the bars of soap. The old classic. 21 and the Broodlord. Oh, it was 21 and the Broodlord. Okay, so I'm missing 3 geezers, and I have the Broodlord. Brr. If you don't want it, since you don't seem to appreciate the glory that is DA, well, the thing is, this is what I was thinking, Ragnar. I was thinking I could potentially just use it for, basing materials. I could get my own back all the hilarious Dark Angel people who litter their floors with Ultramarines. It's time to sacrifice the Dark Angel's Dreadnought. I will have to break out an angle grinder to chop it up, unfortunately. But it's potentially a thing. Asmodai? Dark Angel's a true Chaos faction? This is very true. This person here. Yeah, Ragnar, what would you bring to Adepticon? Itami, yes. I was briefly discussing people who hilariously put Ultramarines as basing material. Now, as someone who's just finished up a second company of Ultramarines, right here. This is a result of March from a Crag. I'm going to call it March from a Crag 1 and 2. So March from a Crag 2022 and March from a Crag 2025. This is the result of what I painted. Obviously, the bases aren't done, but I had a conflict of interest halfway through, and I thought, well, We're going to go Goblin Green for the whole lot. So I'm going to rebase these ones. Poor Relic. I know more. It's terrible. Time to make pie. How dare you? You ain't going to that? Oh, God. I have said online. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So anyway, this, second company right there. I just think I've got five more fleshy people to paint, a dreadnought, and a bunch of vehicles, and then it's properly finished. Now I've forgotten what I was painting. So Cantor is a base, the buttery biscuit base. We are going to slap in some Sotek green. I will do a little bit of a mixture, 1-to-1 of these two, and then do a pure Dubry Firkin highlight, and then break out Temple Guard blue, and then max. Slap in some Ushabti bone. I know, Ragnar. I know. We're up to 93,000 drop frames. I could stop the stream really briefly, but I don't know if that's going to fix the issues. Like I genuinely don't know what's causing it. Like I've got no background downloads going on, or anything like that. It is, well, Ethernet's okay. I honestly got no idea what's causing the problems. We're connected by the Ethernet. I'm not on. Haven't accidentally gone onto a weird metered connection or anything like that. I've got no idea what's going on. Memory, we were only using 30 gigabytes of memory. Right? We're only using 30 gigabytes of memory. We're not being a heathen. The graphics card's at 56%. It's not overheating. I genuinely don't know what's going on today. But don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications if you are on YouTube. And maybe that will power the stream to be a bit better today. It's definitely a today issue. Because yesterday was groovy, baby. Also, I've not painted any armies in ages. All my DA are old Marines. Badger stream. Oh, God. I did. Did I do that? No, I played Call of Duty. I played Call of Duty via my... I used this as a hotspot for a bit. No, it wasn't. It was basically this. It was a plug-in like SIM card modem thing. I did manage to play Call of Duty for about... I managed to get about 5 games in before the internet was like, actually, no, this is ridiculous. What are you doing? I'm going to slap some more of this down. So I'm not sure. We're not painting Genestealers on tomorrow's stream. That's one thing I am certain of. If we ever hit sub goal, we will get back to painting playing Space Marine 2 on stream. I think there are or have already phased out the old Marines. I think you can still bring a tactical squad. I think. I might be mistaken on that. Could be mistaken. Have been mistaken before. It's all Primaris these days. You got 2 Primaris? Hey, it's better than none, right? And that's coming from me. I used to hate the Primaris. I do appreciate the larger I do appreciate the larger bodies that they have. Although they are getting more and more detailed, so at the same time. So, The 40k games I played were all friendly, so no one cares about proxies or paint. Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I'll ever get into tournament kind of play. It just does not really appeal. The dreaded scenery issue is probably one of the biggest. Like, the meta chasing is definitely not for me, but I think also the scenery is just incredibly boring. Whatever table you got, you've always got the standard amount of L-shaped buildings, basically. I've seen a lot, as I said the other day, I've seen a lot of people grumbling about this recently, and I know those are not necessarily recent grumbles either. It's like some jazzy scenery, which was making me think of old orc scenery in the good old days when it was basically sort of stucco type stuff, you know? Dun, dun, dun. Which is very tempting. I think it's basically foam core, and then slap some plaster, like textured paint type stuff on, and paint ivory colors. Very nice. I like that a lot. I think we would then cover it with a lot of like orky glyphs and things. So I think at some point I would like to make some scenery like that. Obviously, Spiky Cactus of Doom needs to be done. The Warzone Eternal game is so fun. I'm genuinely happy that game is making a comeback and feels really good to play. Hell yes. I'm glad to hear that, dude. Did you find some more minis for sale there? For Warzone? People have been talking about, I've already forgotten the name of it. Conquest. Parabellum. Conquest. I'm trying not to get tempted. I've obviously already got lots of future content already. But Conquest is looking rather good. It's a tad sad they're not. Are there none at all, Ragnar? Maybe you can be the beachhead for a resurgence in 40k in your area. Meta chasing doesn't matter in game. So broken, I almost won tourney with 20-year-old Valhalla minis. Yo, which Valhalla minis have you got? For a second, I thought, do you have that one on a polar bear? But then I was thinking that's the old world. Kislevites. You ended up getting a decent haul of the old pewter. Hell yes. I'm glad to hear that. I was hoping that you'd be able to pick some stuff up while you're there. I did look. I genuinely did have a look over here, but there was there was not much on. Like, I saw 1 or 2 miniatures. At best. Which I think I actually sent to you, but I don't think they were what you were looking for either, so. What are Valhallans? That's fancy. Yeah, so the Kislev minis were the old. There was someone riding into battle on the back of a polar bear. And I know in Total War there is that option as well. For one of the characters. At least, unless I'm hallucinating now on miniatures, which wouldn't be mistaken. It's not going to be the first time I'd imagined some miniatures into existence. One of the wonderful people who run the Crediton tournaments, they don't have the boring terrain, thankfully, has a fully hand-sculpted Imperial Guard army done like the British Army back when we wore red coats and funny hats. Those sweet... Are you talking about like the pith helmets? I don't quite know why they're called pith. Or do you mean the like the bearskins? Welcome back, Warhammer fan. I do apologise. My internet, I don't know what's going on with it today. We're up to 135,000 drop frames. Something weird happened with the internet, and I don't know what it was. My Ethernet connection's fine. Let me just check one thing on my phone. What's the thing called? So I have, as I was explaining my house, so we've got the router in the front bit of the house. Between me and the router, there's a massive, fat flint wall. Unfortunately, that ruins all Wi-Fi signals. So we got an Ethernet cable, which does run out here, thankfully, to connect me directly. But we have got like a deco mesh system for Wi-Fi. And that did start acting up the other day, like 2 days ago. And I'm wondering if potentially there's something weird going on with that again, which has caused an issue. I'm not going to rate you, stupid app. We download 7 online clients. No. It's, I don't know. It's possessed. To be honest, did have 2 Valks before they banned double flyers. They've banned double flyers? That's terrible. Why would they ban double flyers? I am looking forward to nuking my bit of the website where I sold things, and looking forward to getting back to some blogging sometime. Writing dodgy blog posts, at least. Hold on. To be honest, I misread your sentence. Oh, no, I didn't. They banned double flyers. That sucks. But it wasn't super meta, and it was doubles. So you could have potentially had 4 flyers before they ruined your fun. Curse them. I have 1 Valkyrie in the cupboard over there. There's got a Valkyrie. I would like to get the Valkyrie Vendetta conversions kit. It's very saucy. Riding polar bears is cool. It is. That, or you clicked on a dodgy app from chat and now half your internet or CPU has been used to solve blockchains. I mean, potentially. I never click on dodgy links, though. Ever. So I doubt it's that. Like, The chance of it being that is exceedingly low. What? No. It's definitely the wrong answer. We are, as I've said it many times, we are pure like the driven snow. You know? Here. I do remember turning up to a tournament at the start of 8th and seeing someone using 9 Tyranid flying hive tyrants. My God. Really? See, occasionally I do enjoy putting together stupid lists. Like, or at least what I think is stupid. I don't know if they're actually stupid or verging on amazing. On when I go to what's the program called? I've forgotten already. The website called New Recruit. I go to New Recruit every so often and start slapping together lists. Seeing what ridiculousness I can come up with. At the moment I'm liking I'll show it to you in fact, the Old World Triple Dragon list for the Chaos Geezers. I never click on dodgy links on stream. You're not wrong. What's up, High Farm? How's it going today? Happy Tuesday to you. The Old World. So we should have Warriors of Chaos. I need the list is slightly over, but it needs refining a smidgen. However, we've got Galrock the Great Drake, right? We got a Chaos Lord on a Chaos Dragon. We got a Saucy Lord also on a Chaos Dragon. So that's 3 dragons. 1 is a level 4 wizard. The Sorcerer Lord is a level 4 wizard. So that's 2 level 4 wizards on, basically. Did I slap in there's a whole load of geezers down here. I was wondering if potentially I'd slapped in a Warpfire Dragon as well for an auxiliary 4th dragon. But apparently not. Yeah, I could try and work 1 Warpfire Dragon in. This is to a 3,000 point army, though. It needs refining. We've got many knights. There we go. It's now fine. We got 27 knights and, 30 knights and 60 geezers. And 3 dragons. I've got no idea if that's good or bad, but I like the idea of it. And that's all that matters for me. No, I know you meant on stream. Occasionally, things have appeared on my screen that I've been glad that I wasn't sharing the screen with. Like, they just suddenly appeared out of the ether, summoned by the spawn of the devil. You must have, technically, but they're not finished. I have many armies. They're just not... Okay, we can go through the armies. I need to write this list up anyway, because I need to do it for like making YouTube videos and such things. Obviously Ultra Lads. We got the Ultra Lads because we're a connoisseur of quality armies. Technically, I got Space Wolves because they were my first army. We are going to strip them and rebuild them. We've got Blood Angels knocking around, waiting to happen. What else do we have? I'm wanting to do a sort of vaguely custom chapter kind of thing. basically I want to do that as an excuse to do conversions. So that's why that's the only reason that's happening. That army. So we got Ultramarines, Space Wolves, Blood Angels, random army for an excuse to do conversions. Oh, Imperial Fists. So that's that many. Then we got Death Guard, Emperor's Children, Imperial Guard. Technically, we've got a Votan army. So, army box set. Oh, Sisters of Battle, I suppose. Oh, we got some Chaos. We got some Knights, but I think we're going to make them all Chaos Knights. Oh, Necron and Tyranids. Oh, and Orcs. We got a lot. That's 40k. Then we can talk about Horus Heresy. Imperial Guard. No, sorry. Hold on. I've lost my mind. Imperial Fists. And that's basically it for the moment. Then we've got World Eaters, which I have been working on for the Discord project. The Age of Darkness Discord. And so Imperial Fist, Death Guard, World Eaters. Yeah. And then we got the Old World as well, which is Bretonia, Empire, and potentially with your support. Right? We got a lot of painting to do in our future. It's all future content. It's all in the aid of future content. That's the reason why it exists. When orc buildings look like home from homes in medieval square mud, yes. Yeah. So I was talking about that very briefly earlier. Like I'm looking forward to making some orc houses like that. I like that aesthetic. Rather than, bolted together sheets of steel and iron, etc., and scrap. That also makes sense, but I prefer the aesthetic of those sort of stucco, whatever houses. 3 Vindicators, 3 Predators, 3 Metal Boxes, Iron Warriors, Scout Party. Yeah, do it. It'll be majestic. Praetorian Guards. Yes, they are. That's still one of my favorites. I know I get confused with those battle reports. The farm one, Glazer's Farm, I think is the one I'm thinking of. Is Warhammer the Old World on old bases, square bases? Yeah. So they're on square bases. So I need to find a square base for this guy. Oh, hold on. So where did we get with the Old World? Empire, Bretonia, Orcs. I forgot the Orcs. And I generally like fleshy things to paint. So anything naked is a good time. Hence the Orcs. We'll get around to them. So we got this geezer. He needs a base. This giant. How does he go together? He goes sort of like that, and then where's his torso gone? I have his torso somewhere. I need to find it, but I've got his torso. There's his head, and then he's got a sort of axe which says Null on it, which is a good time because my Empire army. This bit of it is from Null. They're wearing the black and red of Null. So your stream? Yeah, no high five. It's my internet. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm blaming Disney for today. And I'm really sorry. It's probably ruining everything for my stream. It wasn't like this yesterday. I'm hoping it's not going to be like this tomorrow. I can turn the stream off and on again to see if that does anything. But you have to promise not to go anywhere. Yeah, dude. I've basically got a girthy goal right below my chin. right here. I'm very keen on it. I liked it a lot. The big floaty balloon thing, the terracotta giant, the jade warriors, the dragon thing. Oh, it was all very cool. Very cool. I don't know I had the general impression from looking at. I honestly completely missed a reveal. I didn't even realize it was happening. I was just so out of it that month when it happened. I completely missed it, and then I woke up the next morning and Twitter was just like, ah! It looked like people were rather fond of it. Well, I mean, more. I'm not. Is that why people liked it? That's not what I liked it, but I do like dragons, like the idea of them in fantasy, at least. Good dragons, bad dragons. I'm not fussy. That got the biggest in-person response. Yeah, I am definitely looking forward to it. They have some really cool-looking models. Honestly, the thing I like about Warhammer Fantasy, I just like the idea of fleshy humans from wherever they are going up against exotic monsters and crazy beasts and undead things and Nagash. So that's why I'm excited. Like, I'm not like Age of Sigmar. I know is supposed to be that as well, but it just doesn't. The setting doesn't really do it for me, unfortunately. It never really grabbed me in the same way that Warhammer Fantasy did. Like the aesthetics of it all. And it turned out the only armies that I ended up having for Age of Sigmar were basically the old Warhammer Fantasy ones. I do have a few Age of Sigmar minis. I've got, for example, where is he? Here it is. I got this guy right here. He's been in storage, and his staff's gone a bit bendy. There's a slight bend to it. So I'm going to see if I can straighten it a little bit. It was a lot more bendy, or it was bendier, I should say. And I managed to straighten it a bit, but there might be a little bit too much work to get that last bit done. So we will be painting him at some point. I just don't know what to paint him, how to paint him, like color-wise. Age of Sigmar. What's up, Gabba? How you doing? Yeah, it's just, it doesn't really... I wish it did. It would make life a lot easier sometimes, you know? Hairdryer was sorted out in 1 minute. No, it's been... Dude. How do you think I get my hair looking so amazing? Yeah. I know how to do a L'Oreal advert. I've already been hair drying the bollocks out of that one, and we've still got a bit more to go. I don't know, like it was really quite bendy, that that wizard staff there. I don't know if it'll have it in it to go fully straight again. We'll see. I just don't want to stress it out too much. I just love how different fantasy looks to 40k, like the regimented units and how it plays on a table. Looks so different, whereas AOS is just fantasy 40k. Yeah, I'd say that, yeah. I do like the regiments and stuff. I mean, how it looks aesthetically as well. No, it's me, Gabba. I'm really sorry. I've got no idea what's causing the issue today. We're up to 228,000 lost frames. I hate to look at my stats for the stream. I don't know what's causing it. It's driving me around the bend, and I can only apologize. I'm very, very sorry. Yeah, it's not been... It's really not helping the stream, in fact. Which is irritating, because I thought we were doing quite well, like, numbers-wise. And then stuff like that happens, and it just ruins everything. Oh, God, it probably is, isn't it? Well, the thing is, I have it so that there are no... I generally have my computer set up so no updates are running. I mean, it could well be Adobe run. I've certainly... No, I have to I have it so that I manually download updates. I've got 7 updates waiting on Adobe. I'm really sorry, folks. It's really irritating. It's bearable. Well, thankfully, I don't paint quick enough to. You won't really miss out on much painting wise. Like, there is that bonus. I am irritated though. However, so yeah, I don't know what we're painting tomorrow. I know we're not painting this. That's all I do know. What are you up to this evening, Gabba? It's EC? Oh. Well, it would be a building stream. It would be a building stream. We could do that. Yeah, we could do that. If I could locate my Demon Prince, that would be also good. Because I think I half built him. Yeah, maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Because I do want to... I will have to have it in either this, like this, or this. So we can get some recording done as well for like making a YouTube video. But assuming my internet's working properly and not behaving like it is today, then that's what we'll do. Oh! Dude. Sweet buttery Jesus. Thank you so much. Oh, crikey. What did I just do? Thank you so much for gifting 5 subs to Squeezle, Cerantis, Fragman, Brozerk, and Zen. Thank you so much, dude.
Well. Looks like we've got 5 new Tier 1 subs. Welcome aboard, you lucky ducks. Better hold on to your hats, because this train doesn't stop for nobody.
What just happened? Where did she... what happened to that? Did anyone see that? I heard it. Dude, thank you so much for the gift subs. I have it so that some AI bot does something like that when, like, 5 subs or more are gifted, or like equal amount, like, I think donations over £10 or 15 or £20. Can't quite remember what I set it up as. That's the AI bot. The character didn't appear. The generic standard character that is there. I think it's like that's like some goth girl type thing is supposed to appear. I didn't see it. Did you? The new plastic guy. I got the new plastic Demon Prince, but I have the metal one somewhere with wingy bits. What the heck? That was an AI bot. So I did set it. I did look at it briefly. I'm gonna have to remember what the hell it was called. And I had it set up, but it costs money every time it gets fired, like appears. So I thought, well, I can't have it going every single time someone does a follow or something. As much as I would love to do that, it actually costs money every time that happens. So that's Athena AI, apparently. Willy bits? No. Well, it's Slanesh. I mean, maybe. Who knows? Probably with eyes at the end. Who knows? I do have. It is supposed to do some weird character thing on the screen. Bloody hell! It's interesting. Must be Slanesh. You only heard the voice. I only heard the voice as well. Hold on. We're going to have a very quick look. Okay, I'm going to show you the back end of AtheneGPT.ai. Okay, these are all AI characters. I'm going to tell you these. I just have to show you. They're all PG technically, that you would see anywhere on Twitch. So these are the generic characters. Apparently, I can set up my own, but frankly, I think this is the generic one. This one here is the one that's supposed to appear on my screen when the alert setting happens. Image safe for work. Yeah, there is a flirty one, but God Almighty, that would be terrifying. So cheer, image alerts, tipped, super chat. So it's supposed to be £10 or more. That's supposed to appear. I thought I had the cheers, all of the cheers set up. This is very strange. There's a singing. Oh, the singing bit. Oh God, I'm glad she didn't sing. £25. I don't quite understand what's going. Oh, maybe it was just the TTS. Okay. So the TTS fires on 5 gift subs. Apparently, it sings at you at £25 on YouTube or £25 tips. There's a video at 50. Image alerts at £10 or whatever currency, $10. Add event. Hype train ended. I completely missed the ball on that one. Community gifted subs. If it's, yeah, I don't. That was the TTS. What did she even say? I am so confused. It's very weird. Anyway, each time an alert is fired with that, it costs money. So that's why it's literally that sort of stuff. So EC drop in 2 weeks, which means the app will work for lists and tournaments are about to get wrecked. Good. Looking. Yeah, I bet you are. Utter filth. But thank you so much for the gifted subs. I completely forgot that I set that up, truth be told. I was only expecting it to appear for like some donations of certain amounts. I didn't realize it would appear for like grouped. I can't even remember what she said. Do you remember what she said? I was too bemused. Are you putting together an army list, Gabba, for your Emperor's Children, or are you just slapping minis together? Okay, what am I missing out on this? Not too much water on this brush, that's for sure. You built 5 dudes, a Rhino, and a Land Raider. Did you go and buy those specially? All special like. I might print out some Emperor's Children doors. Maybe, if I can find some. I might print out some Rhino doors. I do need to get a couple of Rhinos. I would like to find some better heads for the cone heads. Not massively keen on the cone heads situation. I'm not paying for it. I was given 20 gifted, like 20 free 20 credits is the word. But I thought if people like seeing it, then the only way I can keep doing it is if literally they're in for money, basically. It's the only way I can do it. So I've not bought any of that stuff yet. We will see. It is a bit weird, especially with stuff that she came out with a few times. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. On the Infractor you get emblems. Oh, nice. Okay, you've used one on your Rhino. Nice. Did you get Chaos Rhino or just a standard Rhino, like the 40k, like the regular loyalist side of things? And you're chaosifying it up. I've almost finished painting a Rhino, but my next one will be a 30k Rhino. I've got a bunch of 30k Rhinos to do. Or I've got a few at least. I've got a Kratos down there. I've got a Land Raider over there as well to paint. Ugh. Kratos is going to have to wait a little bit. As will the Rhino. But they're all for my World Eaters. You want the Slanesh transfers on the Land Raider, though? Hell yeah. 30k Rhino, it does go to... honestly, the first time I put together what did I put together? It wasn't a Rhino. It was a 30k. It was a Deimos Predator. The bottom of the Rhino was an absolute nightmare. So unfortunately, it's not this particular kit. This is the 40k one, but sliding, like getting this, it was just a nightmare. I don't know if they've changed it or it was just a blip. I'm hoping it was just a blip. Back again. Yeah, unfortunately, Fluent Code. Unfortunately. However, I'm painting so slowly, it's almost negating the the horrific amount of drop frames. I did wonder potentially if I was accidentally recording at the same time, but I'm not, thankfully. So I'm just hoping tomorrow's stream is significantly better and less dodgy. You going to log off? I'm going to log off. See? All right, Leroy. Thank you very much for swinging by, dude. Look after yourself. Have a lovely rest of your day. Hopefully on next stream, we will actually have a decent internet. Squeezle. Hello there. I do apologise for the dodgy internet. By the way, if you are here, don't forget to use your channel points. There's literally no other use for them at the moment, so you might as well use them. And I will thank you at the same time. Thank you for using them. All right. Hell yeah, I got a 30k plastic Predator. It's great. I do like them a lot. Because I wanted to do an Imperial Fist Armoured Spearhead for my 30k Imperial Fists. That was the plan. Well, that is the plan. I will do Stone Gauntlet again at some point, but we're doing the Armoured Spearhead first. Is Turbo Dork? I don't know. I was pondering that the other day, in fact. I was trying to find a paint... what's the word I'm looking for? Comparison chart. And Turbo Dork appeared on it. And I was I didn't bother looking up. But... I don't know if they've finished. Their website looks like it's still up, yeah. I've not used their stuff. I thought I might when they first started, but I thought I didn't really go on with it. Mark 1 Rhino, only Rhino of significance. Yeah, but that grab bar, oh God, that grab bar which always broke. Seriously. You've only built one of the old OG Rhinos for 40k. I've got the old Immolator and that's it. I only had one like vaguely original Rhino and that's gone. You need rubber bands and 7 hands to assemble. Yeah. Tan, plastic, or grey. Jesus. Like, I own the grey one. I remember the tan plastic one. My housemate, at boarding school, he had the original Land Raider. I'm trying to remember what colour that was, because I can't really remember it, but I do remember tan. He had a bunch of the originals, RT was it RTOB ones or whatever those ones. He had a bunch of those knocking around as well. Jimmy, talking about old geezers. How you doing, dude? My stream is majorly suffering from Disney. I'm blaming Disney and the kids. Not specific kids, just the kids. They're ruining my internet today. It's hard to tell if some people finish Badger, but I wouldn't worry about it. Hold on. Wait, what was I talking about? Your yellow boys look so cool. Thank you very much. So you need 3 I have 2 Vindicators, I think. And I have a Typhon. And the other one. The Typhon's going with my Death Guard. The one with the big lasers on. I thought I've forgotten the name. Jeff is going with my Imperial Fist. RTBO1, yes. So my housemate, my boarding school friend, he had one. He had some of them. You came into I don't know if they finished. Oh. No, I always do. I always do. Like, we're all adults, you know. I just focus on myself. The other person can worry about themselves. Easy peasy. Very selfish. You loved using their cool ranch on painting blueberries made, then real nice. I remember. I think I remember you talking about that when they first started. Jimmy, what are you up to today? I've got no idea what's happening with my stream. It's very irritating. I'm grumbling a little bit. And we are painting this boy. We are making progress. Progress is happening. I'm happier now than I was with this iteration. Like, it's a bit... We're sort of verging into Sotek green at the moment. Is what we're doing. What are you up to? And by the way, I missed you. I'm sorry. I missed your seventh year partner anniversary over the weekend. Trying to throw chocolate bars in there. That's what I reckon. Like, it's not a thing I've got any experience with at all. Let's just clarify that. Start the conversation from that point. I've got no experience with, anything like that. So, but I reckon throwing chocolate bars, fruit pastels, opal fruits, Starburst, Haribo. Yeah, that would work. Probably. Chocolate, just a massive chocolate cake. 3 Vindicators. Well, the thing is, I do technically have Iron Warriors. Technically. We're all about technicalities here. So if we go to... Oh, hello. Bloody hell. I need to move this pedal. It keeps moving on me. So if we go to my Instagram, and see, look. First of all, I got those. Cerebus. Then take it from there. We nearly missed it. It feels like Twitch changes a day. I can't keep up with it. Like, I swear the date of my affiliate anniversary, if such a thing exists, moves. Apparently it's the beginning of April for me, but I was sure it was at another point. So where are my Iron Warriors? I do technically have Iron Warriors. I have him, as you can see. Oh, here we go. Here are some of them. Here's some really rusty geezer. I have a couple more of these to be painted. So we do have Iron Warriors for Horus Heresy, but they're the old-fashioned Iron Warriors. I like that one, Nerek Drager. So yeah, I do have Iron Warriors, and I've got Contempt to Dreadnought and Leviathan. I've got a couple of Iron Circle Dubry Firkins. So we'll be returning to the Iron Warriors sometime, just not yet. I'm really irritated about this stream. It's just gone. It's been a complete. Apart from lovely, lovely people in chat, the actual what's it called? The OBS thing's just been misbehaving, and I don't know what's wrong with it. I thankfully run into these issues so infrequently. I don't know what to do to fix it. Okay, where was I? I was. What's everyone eating tonight? We haven't had the food chat yet today, and I'm absolutely starving. I've got to drink some more coffee for one. I was looking into it. Apparently, you need to drink like 4 or 5 cups of coffee a day, or in a day, to start feeling the effects of like dehydration. Which I always thought was the case, because there's a lot of water in coffee, and I was thinking to myself, that can't be right. You can't get dehydrated off one coffee like some people say. So I'm glad I Googled it, because Google always knows the answer. Always. So I managed to save myself by... So I have... These days, I do have about 4 or 5 cups of coffee a day, and a cup of tea, if I don't have 5 cups of coffee. I make up for it by having an auxiliary cup of tea, which is a good time. My 40k army is still using 30k units because of law. You hate hazard stripes? Technically, listen. We've done technical hazard stripes, all right? Okay? I don't know if I've got a side view. Look, that is a technical hazard stripe. There's yellow, tiny bit of black there, and a bit of black on this side. It's one massive hazard stripe. That's all it is. That's all it is, more. Basically, what they did, they're being efficient. They got the same stencil. They got the same stencil marking out the shoulder pads as they do on the Rhinos and the Land Raiders and the, other vehicles and things they have. They just slap it over the thing and like, that'll do. Get to the front line. Go and get into battle. You don't have to have scaled down hazard stripes. You're not special. Yeah, that's my excuse. It's a technical hazard stripe. It's just really big. You've had quite a few. Apparently 4 to 5 cups of coffee, depending on the mug, obviously, is apparently enough to get you, starting to dry out, get dehydrated. I'm looking forward to getting back to some Iron Warriors. But they were really, for me, like heavily weathered and rusted. That was my plan at the time. DG, more tea? Yes. More tea. Well, I haven't had tea today. I have drastically cut down on the amount of coffee that I drink. I used to have I probably almost had 10 cups a day. At the previous house. And I blame that on having the kitchen really close to where I was working. Now I have to walk a lot further, and frankly, I find the major problem is it takes me ages to start work. And I know as soon as I take a break, fine, it might take me like 5 minutes or whatever to make the coffee. It's going to take me at least another half hour to start working again. Even if I come straight back and sit down, I'll be like, better check my email. Then I get sidetracked and then it's a disaster. You're basically a raisin by this stage? Yeah, but the California raisins, they were legit, weren't they? If you're a California raisin, then it's okay. What's everyone's What's everyone's favorite Chaos Legion. Except the Dark Angels, obviously. I can feel a project coming on if I land this haul tomorrow. Are you talking about, like, specifically what era? Are you talking about 40k? Usually only an hour or two to get the first paint laid. I know, Squeezle, I know. Like, I know. I know you know I know. Etc, etc, etc. Yesterday's stream, it took us an hour and 40 minutes to get paint on the stream. Paint on the miniature. On stream. Seriously, when you guys, I'm not going to blame you, because you're lovely, but like when I'm not streaming, I can actually like paint. I don't paint any quicker, but I get less sidetracked. Less, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, sidetracked, that's the word I'm looking for. No, it's DG, it's this awful stream. Guess we're at 408,000 drop frames. I've not had this issue in a long time. It was working fine yesterday. I'm gonna have to yell at the computer after stream. Like, I don't have a crazy high bit rate. It's me. It's a me problem, not a you problem. And if you're here and lurking or whatever, I do appreciate you being here, even though we're looking like a slideshow. But that's why I'm painting slowly, so that you won't miss out on anything. You're still making armies for Turnip? Dude, I was thinking last night. I was trying not to think, but I was thinking. I was just thinking about skeleton army with zombies, auxiliary zombies. I was trying not to get tempted by the idea of it. Iron in the middle, exactly. Today had interweb, exactly. 408, it's ridiculous. Yeah. It's absolutely, what is going on with the bits? You know what? I know why we got so many drop frames. The kilobits per second, they're up and down like a, what's the phrase? Up and down like a, I don't know, it was some saucy comment, something or other. Those bits are going up and down like nobody's business, which it never normally does. Oh, I'm going to punch the computer after the stream. Iron Warriors are a bit mid, to be honest. Like, they could probably still be loyalist with a good wash and some WD-40. I don't really hold a huge amount of love for the Alpha Legion. I'm not really down with their whole shtick. Some people I know do like them, and that's okay, but I'm not really down with it. And I won't judge those people too harshly. I will judge them, obviously, but not too harshly. Obviously, Death Guard. Not really sure about Thousand Suns. I really don't like those new Thousand Sun robots they're coming out with. Not keen on it. I've been pondering it. I just don't... Every time I look at them at the moment, I don't like them. And that's not a good sign. Tarts Knickers. Fluid Code. I mean, I was going to say something like that. Yeah, basically. It's like a yo-yo. Well, Jimmy's got the PG version. Fluent Code's got the saucy version. Or Mrs. Watsit's Knickers. Yeah, basically. I could flip them and use a Loyalist Codex if I need to be competitive. Pick a soft spot on the computer, your hand will lose. Yeah, but this hand... it will lose. I'm not used to punching things. I've not really been in fights before. Probably one or two, long time ago. And I learned back then that I don't enjoy them. I know some people like fighting. It's not really for me. It's far too stressful. I prefer drinking a cup of tea and having a chocolate hobnob. I'm a simple person. I'm leaning towards Night Lords. They do have those sweet, ridiculous bat ears, don't they? Fluent Code. Ho ho on a yo-yo. That as well. That as well. Although I think the phrase I was thinking of was... I think it was something to do with a nun. And I'm not entirely sure where that saying came from. But it's in the back of my head, swirling around. And I don't know why. Because I don't think it's a phrase I use very often. Right. So, we've got a little bit more of this to do. Then we got the next highlight. But folks, this month, I'm hoping it's going to be the last kind of month that I'm like setting things up, etc. Fluent Code. There was. Hold on. We'll get this word out of my mouth, and then we'll get to the other thing I wanted to mention. So I'm hoping this month is going to be the last month where I'm setting stuff up in the house, etc. I'm hoping we can scrap my website in its current form and go back to the old blog. So I am hoping to get back to blogging next month. That is the goal, along with making YouTube videos, which I know I've been banging on about for ages, but we will get to it. So yeah, when I said yesterday scanning heads for cosplay, like I know there was a video I sent. Let me see if I can find it on Discord. If is the operative word. There was this person. There was a woman who did a cosplayer, I believe. I think she was a cosplayer. She did... it's not there. Basically, she scanned her head with someone scanned her head. Excuse me. And then she printed it out. And then she used that head as like a base to sculpt things on and do other cosplay things. And for some reason, I can't find where I posted it to. Unfortunately, it seems to have gone AWOL. Could have sworn I posted it the other day as well. Anyway, there was she had to do a tiny little bit of cleanup on the video, on the bonds. So that's why I was asking about the programmer you were using yesterday. Yeah, I've seen a couple of handheld scanners. I was looking at a couple, but they're like one was not cheap and one was even less cheap. But I was looking at those two. Because I'd want to be able to scan the head and get to printing as soon as possible, with as little cleanup as possible. So I wasn't wasting time and I can get the product to the customer ASAP. Gabba gabba gabba. Mrs. Watts' knickers? Yes. For that level of resolution, they'd probably be suitable. Wamposaurus, something's up with my stream, my friend. We're up to 457,000 dropped frames. Yes! I blame Disney. And the kids. Obviously. Always blame the kids. Okay, I can't... Did I save it? So I do apologize. I do really apologize. It's hashtag not my fault, governor. It was working yesterday as fine as far as I can tell. And today it's just gone tits up, and I just very irritated. Really very irritated. I'm hoping tomorrow's stream at 4 o'clock UK time. 4 o'clock UK time. Will be great. Will be better. Also, Wamposaurus. Today is the day that the teddy bears have their picnic. It's also the 10th anniversary of War Colors. They have a sale on. I don't think the sale includes nostalgia range, but they might do. I didn't have a chance to have a proper look because I only read the email right before stream started. So they do have a bit of a sale on. You blame Elon? All right. Okay. I don't know who to blame. I just blame Disney. All opportunities. All opportunities. Kids' holidays sucking bandwidth. Yeah, it could well be. I mean, that's what has been floated as an idea, and I don't think that's like I hadn't even thought about that. But that's why I'm blaming the kids, because they're on holiday, and the kids shouldn't be on holiday ever. They should just always be at school, learning. Ideally, learning to be quiet. That's full-on Victorian, out of sight, and quiet. That's what I reckon, but, you know, I'm not a parent, so... I am an uncle. I'm a very good uncle. My nephew he's... Hold on, what date are we on? Where's my watch gone? He is... what month are we? April, May? Like 3 months away from turning 1. But he will learn to realise that I, too, am an awesome uncle. Especially once I get him into Warhammer as well. I've yet to initiate the 2 nieces. I reckon there's a chance one of them might be into it. She's very, very arty. She loves her painting and stuff. So there's a chance there. Not sure about the other one, but we will try. Is that paint? DG, we've been painting. Oh, we've been painting so much today. It's almost ridiculous. You got to mine more internet. I really do. I got to barely move. That's the thing. I should probably turn the face camera off and barely move. That pale flesh is horrid. Wait, this one? This is accidental. That's how I roll, baby. Accidental horrid flesh. So we got a little bit of airbrushed blue on the back of the bonds. I'm not really sure if I mean, maybe that really pale works. I was honestly going to break out. I don't have Warp Fiend Grey. But I do have Dusky Skin. We were going to sort of use these colours on the flesh. Gabba. You'd probably be looking at a minimum £300 to get something handheld. Oh, well, no, I know. I saw one which was 600 quid and almost had a heart attack. And then I went to their website and saw one which was almost £1,000. And I thought, oh, bloody hell. You better be really sure about this before you even consider it. Next week with Trumponomics in force, who knows? Who knows? Well, I don't even know. I don't know. Could send the kids down the bandwidth mines. That's where they should go. That's where they should go. And up the bandwidth chimneys as well. Good parenting, they will... Exactly. Exactly, Mort. That's exactly what I'm considering. for the greater good. Let's break out. I just read it as testicle pink, dude. I just read it as testicle pink. I was considering maybe just like having the bot automatically change the word tentacle to testicle. Then I realized it might make other conversations even weirder. I did find another bright pink. Where was it? Where is it? Squid pink. Not quite the same though, is it? Almost as if that was my plan. I mean, it's... I guess. I don't know. It's not something It's not something I sort of ponder too much. More, truth be told. But like with the I mean, I suppose it's even... Bearing in mind, this is under a very bright light, so I am very pale. We don't want to get too graphic, and because it'll give people nightmares. You like that squid? It's a good one. So is anyone else tempted by Conquest? The Parabellum stuff? I know it was brought up earlier on stream today. Was anyone else tickled by it? Obviously, we're tickled very much by the cafe. The local cafe, or your Grand Cafe army. Grand Barrister army. Yours missing? Bloody hell. Really? Just so you know, just as you said bright pink, it showed me an advert for Vanish at the side of the stream. It's like it knows. Oh dear. You like that squid pink? A guy at work was missing the full set. We called him One Ball Paul. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus, dude. Flippin' Nora. Like, how many years are we talking? Sorry, I don't want to. It's an incredibly personal question. Like, I don't want to. Don't have to talk about it. But also, folks, I suppose get your bits checked out, not by me, obviously. I know you can't be tempted. Zombella, listen, I can be tempted. That's my problem. I can be tempted. Currently, though, we're working on this. I say we're working on it. We will start working on it at some point. But that is the current temptation. But they do look very tempting. Which ones did you go for again? The Archangel looks pretty cool. Can't say for certain, or I'm headed to look at some old Dominion. You can't say you should. Hold on, wait. 5 years ago? Bloody hell. You have yours checked twice a week, Gabba? Is that like clockwork? Good for you. I'm glad to hear that. Very important. I'm not getting sidetracked. Absolutely not getting sidetracked. I was looking at... Hold on. Unfortunately, this one was flashed up when I was having a look at the Parabellum store. The orcs on dinosaurs, very cool. I like it a lot. It's a major problem. Temptation is quite there, but I don't know if I would actually get a full army of them. This was just a tempting model on its own. You're digging Fallen Divinity, needing an opposing army. Oh, you need an... Wait, hold on. Do you need another opposing army? Or are you saying the Fallen Divinity is an opposing army? Are you saying you need one army or two armies? You probably need two armies, really, don't you? Just in case. Just so that you're... you could play both sides kind of thing. That's what I reckon. Anything on dinosaur... It really is, Gabba. It's definitely an issue. Like, obviously the lizard men. I saw what was his blog? I can't remember the bloke's name. I want to say Rob Hawkins, but I don't know if that name's actually the right one. He had a very nice display, like lizard men bit of terrain. And I saw that and instantly going, well, it'd be wrong if you should probably start getting some lizards at some point. It would be rude not to. So the Euroni are... So these are tempting. Factions, I know we've looked at them already. There's a question mark there. That's going to be an issue. Sorcerer Kings, I don't click on this one. Oh, where are they? They're on sale as well. By the way, I'm very irritated. Well, I'm not very irritated. I ordered something, right? I ordered some protein stuff so I could get back on the old protein train. Basically, because I can't be asked to make lunch. I'm sick of making lunch. So I have protein milkshake things. What the bloody hell is that massive elephant thing? Sweet. Anyway, so I ordered it on Sunday night, right? And when I checked out, it said we will have it delivered for Wednesday. And then I went to sleep. I received an email which just said, the title said, thank you very much for your order. So I didn't really bother reading it. Turns out I should have read it because it said, we've automatically upgraded you to next day delivery. So I wasn't expecting the doorbell to go off today. So they sent it out on Monday. And it was they said, oh, we're going to get it on Tuesday now. I didn't know that. So I wasn't expecting it. So I missed the delivery. I'm hoping they come back tomorrow on the day they were supposed to deliver. So thank you very much for the free upgrade to next day delivery. But I didn't even realize that was a thing. No. This is like lunch for a month. I've currently got... minus her king. Keeping to the undead theme, I've decided Conquest Fallen Divinity will be the opposing queen. This will be the diorama inside of my coffee table. That's very cool. having an awesome coffee table like that. How many books and what sort of books are you going to have? Oh, well, are you even going to have books on it? What are you going to have on that coffee table, if anything? I haven't decided on all the pieces for Old Dominion yet. There's a few pieces I like, but I don't want a box of them. Well, you could always sell the excess, potentially. I don't know how quickly those go, that sort of stuff. Yeah, well, the thing is, like, I have the Ring doorbell of Doom. If I'm expecting a delivery, then I turn the volume up for this bad boy, and I actually pay attention to it. If I'm not expecting a delivery, the phone is in silent mode and face down virtually all day, and I do my best to ignore my phone. So it's my own fault for not turning the volume up, but I wasn't expecting an delivery. I would have expected it if I'd read the email, but I wasn't expecting to get that free upgrade. So ultimately, it's their fault, but my fault for not reading the email. So we're both to blame, but mostly them, because I'm always innocent. Don't worry, I ordered something on eBay, was dispatched almost 2 weeks ago and got to send us local. Yeah, it's bloody every bloody time. And it's not moved since. Your doorbell is supplemented by 2 small yappy mini Dachshunds. Well, this is one of the reasons why, like, acquiring a dog of some variety would be awesome. Not the only reason. I have managed to train the postman to, if there's a delivery with my name on it, or like my company name, i.e. Glorious Miniatures on it, I tell them to use a tradesman's entrance, so to speak, knock on the door at the garage, because I'm at the garage basically, and I can actually hear it and get to it. Good job it's not urgent, yeah. If you're familiar with Nerd Forge on YouTube, I'm not familiar, no. However, I am now, Zombella. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to locate the browser and type it in so I can check them out. I don't really watch humongous, juicy amounts of... Oh, there it is. I don't really watch, like... It's weird. I don't watch masses of... Holy moly. The coffee table with the library inside. That's cool. I don't watch masses of new YouTube channels, really, which is terrible. But I'm very kind of... I don't want to say monogamous is not the right word in this situation, but I'm very... Once I find some people I like to watch, I kind of stick with them for a while until eventually I get like, whatever, or whatever. This music is still going on. A neighbor posted on